Alrighty guys, how's it going? In this video, we are taking a look at Bitcoin. What's next for Bitcoin? It is up in the last just 3 days, 20 to 25% up, right? We'll also take a look at Ethereum. We'll talk about in detail. Now, Bitcoin is something I am talking here on my public channel after a very long time. However, if you are a member on my Patreon, you are aware that Bitcoin is part of my member only stocks coverage video, provided you are on that particular membership. All right. Now, and also if you have been following along by being a member and following those videos that I post for the members only, you know that this is where I have been calling out that this is the bottom that I am playing and I'm looking for the upside. I believe this is the bottom, and it took a long time, but that's what it's all about. We put our chips where the higher probability of the price action is. In this case, was to the upside, and we have our stop loss below the zones, right? And let the position play out. And right now, me and my members are already up in just 3 days, 25%. All right. What's next though? Do you still have an opportunity to get into it, or you missed out? Well, let's talk about all of that. Well, as I said, I'll take you over Ethereum as well. And before going further, as always, none of this is any financial advice, only for education purposes, just sharing my opinion. Please do your own thing. You are on Junior Trader second channel, so subscribe if you haven't done so. Subscribe doesn't cost anything. Like as well along the ways, because it helps out a lot, guys. Okay, that allows me to keep bringing you these free videos. Now, so let's backtrack a little bit over here. Okay, let's get to the weekly interval. I want to tell you a story first. Okay, it's a very important story. You cannot miss this out. Now, I have told this multiple times that when every other person is buying Bitcoin or is asking about Bitcoin or is going full all in Bitcoin, and not just Bitcoin, many other stocks you can pick up. Recent examples being SanDisk, right? I was telling my members, everyone get out up here. I told about every bearish scenario, get out. And everyone was, not my members, but everyone else outside of my membership, like who are not my members. And if you go on Reddit and you read what other traders are doing or other retail traders are doing, they were buying full portfolio in here, right? And I told my members, don't buy, get out here. And we even caught the bottom that I have been talking about. We made a lot of money there as well. Now, here everyone was like buy, right? When the person you think, when the least expected person is asking you about or is telling they're going full all in, that usually marks the top. And that was the stage on Bitcoin up here, guys. Up here, let's get to the weekly interval right on Bitcoin. That was up over here, right? And long behold, we continued lower and lower. Even your perma bull, Michael Saylor, threw you in the towel and started selling down here. Not me, not my members. We were buying here. All right. I even traded this area to the upside. This was the play back then I gave to my members also. Right. We made money here as well. And there was the zone I gave my members right over here. Get out. It's going to go down. And we made our trade, and then it came down, and this is where we started to buy again. Okay. And when everyone started throwing in their towel, right? Even perma bulls like Michael Saylor, they started selling. And then Mark Cuban came out saying, oh, it's good for nothing, right? These people with high influence, they think they know it all, but they don't know. They always made the worst decision. They have just gotten lucky in their past by one lucky shot, and they kind of, run behind that one hit wonder stories, right? But if you look after from there, you know, they have had so many losses, but they just back up with that, hey, like that one trade we made so much money, right? Michael Burry is your another example. The guy has been losing his shirt on everything nowadays. You know, he 2008 he made a lot of money on housing market crash. He could have just stayed away after that from public appearance, at least saving his reputation. Now the guy just keeps blowing up his account like anything, like his are completely weird, and then he shorts and the price goes up. Like he also dented his reputation by just, like, he's a perma bear, right? That's my point being. Here everyone was selling. The person that you would not even think of selling, they were selling. Right? When the person you least expect to buy, they're going all in, that's the top. And the person that you least expect to sell, they start selling, that usually is the bottom. Right? Anyways, so the point being, me and my members were buying here. All right, I have, and you know, yes, it was frustrating here because for pretty much 2 months this thing did nothing, just went sideways. But I kept telling my members, we haven't hit our stop loss. I am not getting out of this position. I'm staying. Yes, my capital is locked and it's not doing anything, right? But technically it's still in the play and hasn't hit the stop losses area. And then one day finally got a breakout. Okay, that was the trade I was expecting. And look at it. So you gotta be in the position, okay, and let the position play out. It's not that we will just let it fall if it's a trade and keep holding. No, we have a stop loss below 60,000. And anyhow, we are in 25% plus profits in just 3 days. Again, and besides Bitcoin, if many other stocks you are interested in, guys, join the memberships. Description will have the links through the Patreon that you can join my membership. Please read everything when you check out my membership section on my Patreon. Please read everything what memberships offer. There are combinations of memberships. Okay, make sure you join the right membership based on what you want. I have trading tools and stocks coverage individually and also combination of both. Now, what next from here on Bitcoin? Look, we may do pullbacks, but we will remain bullish. Okay, that's the whole point. We have a good support zone at 73,000. All right, so this is our, as long as we hold above it, we are not even pushing into a multi-day weakness territory. All right, I'm just gonna mark it as a zone here. Okay, that's a good support. We don't, well, I'll keep it here. It was the breakout zone. I'll keep it here. You know, but we don't need that anymore. That 66,000 breakout zone. It has served its purpose. I'm just gonna change real quick the coloring there. All right, so anything until 73,000, 74,000 will just remain a pullback. Even if we lose that, I really don't think we will make any new low below 60,000. I think Bitcoin has found its bottom. And let's get back to the weekly interval. Any pullback at this point eventually is just a buy. Definitely risk management is very important. And if you want to have updates along the ways every week, join my membership, guys, because hey, on this public channel, Bitcoin videos may not come out regularly. And if you were a member, you already would have made 25% plus profit in just 3 days, technically, right? Now it's all about just managing the position. What is the next target? Even through the pullbacks, right? We have next target of $84,000. All right, that's where the possibility is of this thing getting all the way up to. Okay, so that's the zone to watch. The next one, 84,000. After that breakout, I'm watching 100,000. But hey, these are right now the magnets. But eventually, as price would move, price action will evolve. And if something updates there, I will be telling my members accordingly. If something requires any specific attention, let's take a look at the hourly interval also, guys. Looking really good, really good. Let the volume come in on Monday. If we can just, not even lose this significant level, 76,000, You can see precisely it's holding at my significant level. That's why my tools are so important. Get my tools from the description of this video. So multi-day weakness will also not begin. Overall, we are though even fine until 73, 74. All right. So that's your Bitcoin. Okay. It was, I would not say that it was an easy ride. I really don't like holding into a position for 2 months while the position is not doing anything. I'm even happy with the position going down. At least it gives me volatility, and that's all what I need to make money on any position. Okay, I just need the volatility in the price. But I really, and yes, I mean, yes, sideways action is okay for me, but when it goes for 2 months, yes, it little bit, your capital is just locked in, right? But hey, it's all about, it wasn't really like, I wasn't like full portfolio here, right? I have a diversified portfolio, but Bitcoin is one of my positions. So it was, let's just hold because October is coming around. And so that was also my thing that, okay, well, it's pretty much playing out like a cycle of Bitcoin. So let October come. And then I was I would have made other decisions if things would have not moved by October. Okay. Or if it would have broken. So it's about capital management and placing the bets where the higher probabilities are. And so technically everything is working out as expected, but yes, it required very much patience. Okay. Guys, it's the game of patience, guys and gals. It's the game of patience, discipline, position management. Okay. Now let's get to Ethereum. Now Ethereum also, I personally don't have any position in Ethereum, but some of my members do. I only like to trade Bitcoin on the crypto side and Coinbase sometimes, but Coinbase is also part of my membership stocks coverage. I talked there about that. So this was the zone 1820 is where it has been holding, and I have been telling my members, guys, above this we are bullish. Okay, and I also mentioned this back then, bottom here. And Ethereum also have a good run up, and it's also going to remain bullish. We have good support zones. This is actually also a zone of importance. It's right now a little bit reacting there, but I'm not too worried. And this is your trailing area right now. As long as we stay above 2130, we will remain, just continue to be bullish here. So yeah, so Ethereum, even 2130, it's still a bullish structure. I mean, it's even bullish until 1830. It's just I don't want to see that much of a pullback, but any pullback will just remain fine and bullish on this. Weekly interval, well, as we make our way up, we have some resistance at 2800, and then after that we can do 3365. Excuse me, let me get rid of that zone we got from the long time ago. It served its purpose back then. All right, so yeah, Ethereum is also looking bullish. All right, okay guys, well, that's all I had for you in this video. Subscribe here as well on my second channel. Evening videos I do on this channel, and with that, I'll see you in my next videos. Take care, bye.